So I was thinking about patience and how there's power in the pause. And I'm not a patient person. I've never been. Um, in some situations I can be, but at the core of who I am, if I'm really honest with myself, I'm a pretty impatient person. So that's been a lesson that I feel like the universe has been trying to teach me for a very long time. Patience. Patience, dear angel. Patience. And the reason I bring this up is sometimes when I'm trying to upload these videos, it takes forever. And I'm like, I got things to do. Like, hurry up. And then I just started to think about that and how the universe, God, does not want me to be in this state of stress or impatience. And, it really is a lesson in trust. It's a lesson in divine timing. Okay, so if you think of it on a broader scale, it's not just the speed at which you want something to upload, but when you think about it in terms of your life, there's power in the pause. Have the patience. Everything will work out in due time, when it's supposed to, how it's supposed to. And, oh God, I just lost my train of thought. So that's the other thing too, is sometimes I would find myself so inundated with all these different energies, all these different messages. And I'm like, oh my God. And I feel this insane responsibility to get them out and to get them out clearly. And then I think, the universe doesn't want that for me, does not want me to stress, wants me to deliver it in a place of peace, in a way that I can clearly communicate. And so I guess I would just say, I would ask you that if you ever find yourself feeling like that little impatient button has been pressed, just try to sit back and breathe, as hard as that may be, because I really do feel there's always a reason. Okay, there's always a reason. Power in the pause. I know it sounds hokey, but I think there's a lot of credence to it. So anyway, okay, let's get into a reading. We're already at 2:17. I've blabbed. Maybe some of you hopped off already. I'd understand if you did. Let me know in the comments if you mind my little, I don't know, ideologies. Two of Swords. Maybe you're like, shut the hell up, Mel. We just want the damn reading. I don't care about your frickin' learning about patience. Justice in the reverse. Okay. Four of Pentacles. Ace of Wands reverse. Do we want to start? I think so. We're at an impasse here. Two of Swords. I'm at an impasse. The reason I'm at an impasse is because I've done something wrong. Justice in the reverse. I've done something wrong, and I've not done anything to fix it. I'm just sort of sitting there with the blindfolds on, hoping it'll just go away. I'm scared to come forward and bring justice to this situation, okay? I also feel that in the collective, because she's wearing the blindfolds and she's got the two swords, there was something you couldn't quite see clearly, and it was because there was an injustice being delivered or an injustice occurring, okay, for someone here. Four of Pentacles. This is like boundaries, holding a grudge. And then Ace of Wands in the reverse, which means there's a block. Can't do anything. So, okay, here's how this reads to me with whoever you identify in this situation. We've got someone that wants to right a wrong, but they're afraid. One of the things they're afraid of is that maybe you're still holding a grudge. Or flip it if you need to. I'm saying you, but flip it if you need to. They're wondering if you're still holding a grudge. And if that is the case, then with Ace of Wands in the reverse, that would make it impossible to make any type of moves here. Okay. Okay, more on this situation. More about what was the injustice? And are you holding a grudge? The injustice. 9 of Pentacles in the reverse. For some of you, this is work-related with Pentacles energy. And for others of you, it won't be work-related. It'll be in some other situation in your life. Okay, but the message will be the same. For some of you, though, you stopped giving to this person of yourself. You stopped hustling for this person. You stopped giving to this person. You stopped committing to this person. You stopped putting in misdirected activity. It's like you stopped putting in the work. And you went at it alone. 9 of Pentacles, independence. Okay, but what's the injustice? Ten of Cups in the reverse. They took your smile? What? Emotional discontent, breakdown. Their happiness was not a priority for them. Your happiness was not a priority for them. They didn't care if you were happy. Okay, they didn't care if you were living in your 10 of Cups. But somehow this feels like the injustice to someone here. Like you didn't put my emotional well-being first. Okay. Are you still holding a grudge? Yeah, see, there's that emotions. Ace of Cups in the reverse. No, you're not holding a grudge. But you were disheartened. You were sad about this. You withdrew. So that's what's happened. Somebody's withdrawn here, but when you withdrew, somebody equates that to you're holding a grudge. But that's not the case. Look at that. Ace of Cups in the reverse and Judgment. You're working on your healing. This resonates a little in my own life. In some ways, not all, but in some ways I can sort of I understand this reading. Forgiveness. Forgiveness is more than saying sorry. Or the movie was it Best Friends? Or Just Friends? Anna Faris. Forgiveness. I don't know, that song's in my head. Okay. So long story short here. I'm not trying to minimize anyone's emotional pain. Okay, I'm not trying to do that. But it doesn't seem like that big of a deal. So if this was a big deal, this isn't your reading. It doesn't feel like that big of a deal. It just feels like a misunderstanding. Okay? And so there isn't grudge holding. There is forgiveness here. There's forgiveness. There's renewal. Like something can be transformed here. Something can happen. Okay, so somebody needed to hear this. I'll just keep reading until it shuts me off. We're at 9:11. Tower moment. Tower moment. Yeah. I don't know why I'm feeling like that. It just feels like, sometimes people can build up something in their head to mean so much, and it really ain't that big a deal. Somebody, like, you just needed time. Again, what was I talking about? Power in the pause, right before I started this reading. Makes sense. Time to think, time to process. But when you're all up in your head, it can confuse the situation. And you stop seeing it for what it actually is, and you see it for something else. Okay? I love you guys.